always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
45. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10.
Back north. Yeah, live. 41. We've got a wedge down.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers, and he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Big hold to the 30. It's caught, Jones. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Watson, open man, the tight end fails. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Come on now, let's go.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
Check 45 to Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Watson hands this to Foreman, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the return will stop right around the 25. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Check 41. Get him.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this is Cook with a grab. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score of Browns 14, Texans nothing.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike. 30. Small. Here we go again.
2nd down, McKinnon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they held them out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Jerick McKinnon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
45
At the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're going for it. It's Watson. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Watson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now the backup, A.J. McCarron. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
a leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse.
A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Watch the twist, watch the twist. Get it.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go.
X3, 218, chop it.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
Hey, Alpha.
From the 39, McCarron. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Rock it.
Now here's McCarron on 3rd. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
Ready? Bravo.
We got 4. We got 4.
5.
Throwing on 1st. Here's McCarron. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, lock it.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Watch it, go.
Another try after the 1st down sack. McCarron. And his throw here's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Check. Fresno. You go tank. You got tank. You got tank right there.
Big trip.
On 3rd and long, it's McCarron. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He completes it to Jones. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55.
Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A.J. McCarron looking to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. McCarron, the final shot before the half. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the 2nd half of this AFC divisional round. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And their script...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Don't get nervous. Box it, box it, box it, box it. Jump out. For the 50.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Hey, high 7.
Here's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Julio Jones. 49 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, McCarron. He finds Hopkins complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Myles Garrett, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Let's take it inside his own 40. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers looking in zone for Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. And McCarron now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now McCarron. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Hey, Orbit.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Hey, let's get some penetration here.
You draw corkers.
Shift.
McCarron from the gun on third. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers looking end zone for Jones. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Browns 42, Texans 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Toss play to McKinnon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
14 yards.
On first down, McKinnon again. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Whitney merciless, coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays. On play action, now Rodgers. This complete to Jones. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, box drop.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And he is all the way up past the 25.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw is McCarron. He's got Smith here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Go!
Working from the gun here, McCarron. He sets to fire deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you...
And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw on 2nd and 10. McCarron complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down. McCarron now on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. After the sack on 1st down, McCarron, he'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
45, Mike, 45. I got him. 45's the Mike. I got you.
Buzz. Snap.
Shotgun snap from McCarron. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
I'm letting you know right now, you better break it.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers throwing here. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Mike 5-5. 55's Mike.
Hey, take 26.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. It's caught by OBJ. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal.
And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. McCarron following the sack. He leads his guys up on 3rd and long. Here's McCarron to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. That goes for a gain of 31. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now McCarron. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. McCarron. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.